What's up guys, Justin here with the CGEssentials.com, back with another Blender material tutorial for you. So in today's video we're going to start talking about how to apply materials to different objects inside of Blender. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. Alright, so first things first, when you first open Blender, depending on what your settings are, you may get all of your geometry just shaded in shades of gray, kind of like this. So you can see if I look at this right now, I can't see any materials on anything inside of Blender. So my default model doesn't have any materials, none of my other models have any materials. You can't really see any of those things right now. And that has to do with the display mode or the shading mode that we have selected. So if you go to the upper right hand corner, and I will note this is Blender 2.82, so this may look slightly different depending on the version that you have. But in general, if you go up in the upper right hand corner, you can see how there's options for different viewport shading modes. So the first one is wireframe, which basically won't show any faces at all, it'll just show the edges. There's also the second option for solid mode, and solid mode is just going to show the faces that are inside of your model. And then the third mode is viewport shading mode. This is going to give you a preview of your materials inside of your model. So you can see how as soon as I click on this, if I look at my default model, which already has materials applied to it, you can now see those materials. So material preview mode is going to give you a preview of the materials inside of your model, and then the last option is going to be rendered. And so rendered is going to use the rendering settings inside of your viewport in order to show your different materials. And notice this is kind of dim right now because I don't have lights applied to my scene. We'll talk about rendering in a future video, but for example, if I was to do a Shift A and add like a point light right here, move this across, you can see how it would illuminate my materials, and then they're going to interact with that light depending on the different properties that I have applied to this. So for this video, we're going to do our work inside of material preview mode. We're not going to worry too much about rendered mode right now. And so what I want to do is I wanted to talk you through the basics of applying different materials inside of your model. So the first thing we're going to do in order to do that is we're going to go over to our tabs on the right hand side of the page. We're going to select an object. So in this case, I'm going to select this cube. And we can adjust the materials that are applied to this cube by going down to this button right here, which is Material Properties. So what Material Properties is going to do is it's going to allow you to add materials inside of this box and apply them to different things inside of your model. And so you can either apply materials to the outside of an entire model by doing this inside of Object mode, or to individual faces by going into Edit mode by tapping the Tab key. So both of these things allow you to apply materials, but one of them allows you to apply them to individual things inside of the object you have selected. The other one is going to apply them to the whole thing. So to start off, what we need to do is we need to add a material. And so in its simplest sense, the way that you can add a material is just to come over here and click on the button for New. And so what New is going to do is that's going to allow you to create a material. So you're going to notice as soon as I do this, as soon as I click on New, it's going to pop up a new material over here on the right hand side. And so it's going to name it, and it's going to name it based on a number. So if I click this drop down, for example, you can see I have other materials in here that were added when I created my default model. But this is going to add one with a number on the back side of it. But what we want to do is we want to rename this material. You can rename your materials to reflect whatever they're going to be. So in this situation, for example, I could rename this to blue. And so as soon as I rename this to blue, you can see how the name changes up here in my active material index. And so this active material index is showing the materials that are active inside this object. You're going to notice that for each one of your objects, it's going to contain a different list of materials. So my default model, for example, contains this white material, this brown material, and then this kind of gold material. However, if I click on this box, you can see how all I have is my blue material. And so as we scroll down, you can see how there's a preview mode that you can expand or not that's going to show you how your material is going to look. And in addition, as we get down into the surface function, you can see how there's a number of different things you can change inside of your surface function. So some of these are very simple. They just change the color of your material, and then there's other things that are more complex that are going to affect the way that your materials are going to look when light is applied to them. So things like your roughness, that's going to affect how much light bounces off of this. We're going to use this a lot more when we do rendering. So there's other things in here as well. Things like you can load in a normal map to make things look more bumpy, other things like that. So these are the simplest things that you can change. You can also affect these more by going into the shading workspace, and you can see how you can actually use nodes in here in order to adjust your materials. We're not going to talk too much about the node editor for right now. For now, we're just going to keep this fairly simple. So let's say, for example, right now we have named this blue. So what we need to do is we need to change this so that it's actually a blue color in addition to having a blue name. So the way that we can do that is by coming down to base color, clicking on this, and then using the color wheel to affect a material. And notice that since this has been applied to this material, or applied to this object, as soon as we apply this material to this face, it shows up inside of our model. So by adding blue to the active materials on this object, that's now going to show up inside of this model. Just for the sake of this tutorial, notice that if you adjust things like the roughness of your object, you can see how in the preview, if you adjust your roughness down, this starts reflecting light more. And you can see a little bit of that over here in your workspace as well. But you can adjust these different things about your materials. You can also adjust the roughness all the way up to 1, and you can see how it makes this a very flat material. So there's a lot more complex things that we can adjust in our materials that we'll get into in the future. But for now, let's go ahead and let's apply some materials to this cylinder. And so instead of applying a material to the cylinder on the outside of the object, let's tab into it in edit mode. And so if we tab into it in edit mode, now we can add a material to this list. So let's say we wanted to use the blue material that we created before. We don't need to recreate that, but instead you can click on this button right here and you can browse materials that are already inside of your model. So for example, if I click on blue, you can see how this is going to apply the blue material to my object. Well, now let's say that I also wanted to create a red material. So we can click on this plus button right here, and then we can add a new material, and we'll call this one red. So if I hit the enter key and I call that red, you can see how I now have 2 materials applied or added inside of this object. And for this one, we're going to change our base color to red. So you can see how now I have a blue material and a red material in my list. However, let's say I wanted some of these faces to have a red material applied to them. Well, what I can do is I can select them by going into edit mode, face select mode, and then selecting different faces like this. So you can see I can select these different faces. Well, now if I click on the red button and click on assign, what it's going to do is it's going to assign the red material to the faces that I had selected. So now I've got a red top and a blue bottom on this object. So you can use this to apply different materials to different things inside of your object. And let's say I wanted to add another and call it yellow. So I can just click on new. We just call this yellow. And we can create that color right here. We can do the same thing. So let's say that I wanted a few of these faces to have a yellow color associated with them. Well, I can just select them and click on assign. You can see how now I'm able to apply multiple different materials to different faces inside of my model. And so now, let's say that we wanted to apply some materials to our barrel model that we have right here. This is one of the example models that I talked about in a video before. But let's say we wanted to apply some materials to our barrel model. Well, what we can do is we can come in here and we can add materials. So for example, I have a brown wood material in here. I can select that. But then I also want to apply a metal material to the faces around the outside of this object, so making up the metal wrap that holds the barrel together. So the way that we would do that is we would just click the plus button. If we have this material, we would just select it. If we don't have it, we would create it. But then I can come in here and I can select all of these different faces. So I can do like an Alt-Shift-click, and that's going to select my edge loops with my faces associated with them. So now we'll take a look at this from the other side, do the same thing. So now I have all of these selected. I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to assign the gray material to all of those faces. So you can see how you can add materials to individual faces really easily inside of Blender. And one last thing I want to take a look at in this video, and we're not going to do too much with this right now, but let's say that we wanted to create a red metal material for this metal barrel. So the way that we could do that is we're going to tab back into object mode, select our barrel, and then we're going to add a new material. and we'll just call this red metal. We'll go ahead and we'll make this kind of a reddish color. You can see how that automatically gets applied to this object because I have that selected. But let's take this and let's make it a little bit more reflective. Let's go down and let's adjust our roughness down a little bit. So you can see how as I drag this to the left, my metal material is getting more reflective. So you can make this so it was like a glossy paint inside of this object. So you can see how by adjusting the roughness value, you can adjust how much light is going to reflect off of this object. And you might be able to see this a little bit better if we go into rendered mode and we add a light real quick. So I'm going to go in here, we'll add a point light. We'll move it over a little bit and we'll move it up just a bit. And I want to point out, because we adjusted the roughness value of this red material, we're getting this light reflecting off of the faces in here. And I know this is kind of a low poly model. I want to focus a little bit more on just the way the material is reflecting off of this. You could probably do a shade smooth on that if you really wanted to. But for now, I just want to point out, see how when you adjust this roughness value, the way the material interacts with the light is changing. So the lower the roughness value, the more the light is being reflected. You can see how as I kind of drag this up a little bit, I'm getting more of a generalized reflection in here. So some of the light is being scattered rather than being reflected. And we'll talk a little bit more about these settings in a future video, but just note that in addition to changing the color, you can also adjust the physical properties of this object down here in your surface editor. So that's where I'm going to end this video. In the next video, we can talk a little bit more about applying textures and also about some of these other settings in here, the physical properties of the material and how they affect the way your materials are going to look inside of your models. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new Blender content every week. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.